Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about chapter 8 of Sadie's book, and that's titled, Does God Still Love You? And in this chapter she talks about old lives and how we can become new through Christ, and how God redeems us and make us new. And she talks about her husband's story and their testimony with that, so I suggest that you read her book. It's great. But I just want to make this video to encourage you that if you're not happy with your life, or you're not happy with a particular area or where you're at, or just the season of your life, that you can go to God and you can pray about it and you can become new, and He gives you that freedom. So there's multiple people and multiple Bible stories that talk about a new life and redemption. And the story that I think about is the story of the prodigal son, and that is in Luke chapter 15. And I'll read pieces of that for you if you've never heard it before. So, a man has two sons, and the younger son told his father, "I want a share of my estate before you die." So his father agreed to divide his wealth between his sons. A few days later, the youngest son packed all of his belongings and moved to a distant land. There he wasted all of his money in wild living. About the time his money ran out, a great famine swept over the land. He persuaded a local farmer to hire him, and the man sent him into his field to feed the pigs. The young man became so hungry that even the pods he was feeding the pigs looked good to him, but no one gave him anything. When he finally came to his senses, he said to himself, "At home, even the hired servants have food enough to spare, and here I am dying of hunger. I will go home to my father and say, 'Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you, and I am no longer worthy of being called your son. Please take me as a hired servant.' But when he returned to his father, while he was still a long way off, his father saw him coming. Filled with love and compassion, he ran to his son, embraced him, and kissed him. His son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you, and I am no longer worthy of being called your son.' But his father said to the servants, 'Quick, bring the finest robe in the house and put it on him. Get a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet, and kill the calf we have been fattening. We must celebrate with a feast.'" So he was lost, and he came home, and he was expecting his father to push him away and just ridicule him for failing, for messing up. But his father welcomed him with open arms, and they had a parties. And that's what God does when we mess up, or when we're not where we want to be in our life. No matter where we go, no matter how we mess up, we can always go back to our Father, and He's going to welcome us, and He's going to throw a party. He's going to celebrate that we came home. So maybe you've never had a relationship with God, or maybe you don't know how to go back to Him. But just know that He's there waiting, so whenever you're ready to give it a shot and go to Him and for forgiveness or for a home, that He's there for you, and He's going to give you a future, and He's going to give you a purpose, and He's going to celebrate just like the father celebrated when his son came back home after he was missing and lost. And another point that Sadie talks about is once you're new and you have that new purpose and that new sense of belonging, you're not going to want to go back to your old self or where you were, because it's not going to bring you joy, and it's not going to bring you that comfort that you used to. Because the comfort of God, that's just something new and fresh that you'll want to hang on to. So we've all been there. I've been there, not happy with where you are, if you're in a rut, if you made some mistakes. Coming home and feeling God's love, that's just something so special, and that's something that it's just one of the best feelings, and that embrace will welcome you and make you happy and feel loved. So God will redeem you, and God will give you a purpose. And another perfect illustration of this is Jesus' resurrection. He died on the cross, and that resurrection reminds us that we too can become new. We can die, we can let our old selves die, and that version or where we're at that we don't like, that can be old, and a new version, a new life can be new. And that's illustrated in the death and the rebirth of Jesus. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I encourage you that if you're lost and if you're confused on where you're at, just go home. Go to your Father, and He will embrace you, and He'll love you, and He'll give you a greater purpose. So Lord, I just thank you for this beautiful day, and I just pray that if those watching are feeling lost, that you remind them that you're home, that they can go to you and they can find their purpose and their love. And I thank you for giving us the opportunity to have new lives in you. And that's just something special, and that's something that we just are very grateful for, Lord. And we love you. Amen. Thanks for watching, guys. Please come back for next week's video.